Welcome to the NiNe Show. This is the land where there's constant chaos.
Welcome to the
NiNe Show.
Or the NiNe Show.
The NiNe Show.
the NiNe Show.
Got myself
My shoulders are so wide I can't even fit in the screen.
Actually, sometimes I really feel like I'm dumber than myself.
Technically, it's because you suck.
Yep.
But
That
we
is true.
I don't know what to say.
I like how you're like hitting yourself on the head when you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm like, think.
I'm like, fuck, like we think the same.
Okay.
Did you wash your hands, bro?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We gotta get this shit started. Come on.
All right, cool.
All right.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the NiNe Show. Today we're going to be going over articles like world tragedies, other sorts of news that happened recently, and we'll share our opinions on what happened. This will allow you, the audience, to see perspectives we have as intuitive observer personality types. There is a warning though, this content may be offensive, harsh, and something you might not want your mother or children to hear. All right, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. And I have prepared some articles that I want to discuss with you folk.
Yeah. And I have not consumed this information yet. So you're going to have to summarize it for us. Or like, yeah.
Okay,
Not a
so
problem.
summary. So for the first article, there's 3 articles. They should be in the description in this order as well. First one, Orange Man bad. Second one, guns bad. Third one, Hail America.
That was a good summary. Good summary for all those people out there that have Blast as a savior. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so this first one. A second whistleblower comes forward with first-hand knowledge of corruption. Another whistleblower has come forward with allegations after an impeachment inquiry was launched to US President Donald Trump.
You have to call him Orange Man instead.
Orange Man bad.
President Orange Man.
So from my perspective, I'm on the other side of the world, and there's a lot of news about Donald Trump. He seems to be getting in a lot of trouble. There's impeachments going on, which is not good for
Shit
his
is fucking up.
Yeah, shit's getting fucked up. So look at his face right there. He doesn't know what's going on. Do you think he knows what's going on?
He's just thinking about taking a dump and when they're going to stop talking.
Maybe we should spoon rhythm his name and call him Tonald Dump. Tronald Dump.
You think when he takes a dump, it's just a bunch of Cheeto Puffs that come up?
Yo!
Possibly.
Dude.
He started the Cheetos factory, right?
Yeah. He made the costume, but he didn't have the
What?
Okay, so what's actually going on here, guys? Like, someone's like a whistleblower's come forward and said that he's been talking with some Ukrainian dude about stuff. Well, what's going on? What do you guys think?
Not enough information. Missing information right now.
Yeah.
There is a lot of missing information. But see, here's the thing. There was the need for a second whistleblower because the first one, he didn't create enough panic.
Yeah, that's
really
true.
what's going on.
Great point. Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it.
Yeah.
Like, if the first one managed to create enough drama, and stir up the population, and was like, all right, let's impeach people, then there would be no second whistleblower. It's like when it's like all that Me Too stuff, when they were with especially I think what's that black astrophysicist? He's like super cool. He does a bunch of stuff.
Neil Patrick Harris. Neil
deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The one that's Asees is type
Neil deGrasse.
almost.
I forgot Tyson. I was like, Neil deGrasse? That doesn't look right.
Neil deGrasse, man.
He doesn't look like grass.
Right.
Why they call him grass?
Because his mustache.
that's-
No, I'm just kidding.
We're not gonna
That's
go
so
there right
racist,
now. That's a
man.
different episode. But Odom gets it. But it's like how like one person accused him of rape and then like 5 other people accused him of rape. Now, those allegations got proven and like they got proven false. But
Yo,
let's
this was
say-
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, people accused
Yeah.
him.
right.
Bro, I was
They
gonna say,
accused
you're
him.
not mixing him up with
And-
Bill Cosby. I had no idea he had allegations. That's
No.
crazy.
See, I'm a person of color as well, so I see the spectrum of color and pretty high
Yeah,
resolution.
this is true.
So, what do you think? Do you think Donald Trump is actually pressuring this Ukrainian dude for political gain?
Okay.
Oh, I consumed something right now. I didn't consume a lot, but I see a headline that says Trump says he never wanted to call Ukraine, which means either he did call Ukraine or somebody's saying that he did, and he is involved in it according to his own words, according to the people that are supposedly telling us this. So, I don't know.
Okay.
So, from what I know, the situation is that Trump called Ukraine about the situation with Obama's vice president, the one who I forget his name. I think it's Joe.
Rogan.
Biden.
It was D.I. Joe.
D.I. Joe.
No, I think it was Joe Biden. I think.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Joe Biden.
Funny clip.
Joe
You
Biden.
should go watch this clip from Joe Biden. This is just a little tangential, but
Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden said there are poor people and white people. That was really funny.
No.
So you guys should go find that clip and watch it and laugh at him. But that's besides the point. Trump, from what I know, Trump wanted to ask Ukraine about how to investigate the Biden situation, because Biden strong-armed Ukraine into firing one of their super big head honcho prosecutors, because they were looking into a company that Biden's son was like at a really high level in.
Okay.
And so Biden was like, okay, you're not gonna mess with my son. And so
Wait, what do you mean by looking into that company?
because like they were doing some stuff that was suspicious. I don't know the exact details on that specific scenario for why they were being looked into.
Yeah.
But if Biden thought that him being looked up was potentially harmful to his son, then I don't think that he would have done anything. Though we could totally look into that more. But that's just what I know generally from the situation. And there was initially when this story came out, there was a lot of it really increased the impeach Trump movement because it was getting blamed on Trump. But then the transcripts came out of the actual like the call logs, and it actually pretty much exonerated Trump and implicated not Trump in this situation. It happened to be Biden. But that's kind of a common thing that you see with the Trump things. And it's just like, look, Democrats, I'm all for social policy and whatever you guys want to say that's not radical, but let's do it the right way,
So
yeah, which is fair.
do you think that Trump was trying to get dirt on Joe Biden from Mr. Ukraine president, dude? Prime Minister?
I think it wasn't. It could have been also that, but I think the biggest priority would have been Biden did something that he wasn't supposed to, especially getting someone who was in a very high position who deserved to be there completely fired, and that's not okay.
Yeah, like that actually happened, right? So like that's it happened. So
yeah, that dude did get removed.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It seems like Trump's personality, though, is consistent with this type of behavior. Do you agree?
Are you hating on ESTPs?
Not specifically.
Are you being
No.
prejudiced against orange
Are
people?
you?
Dude,
are
I'm
you-
typist,
Are you
bro.
actually serious
I've
right
been called typist twice this week.
now?
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
I think I know what both of those
Means you're
instances are, but I'm
typist.
not gonna say right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, Trump has obviously a reputation for calling people dummies and like really just throwing his personality around and becoming kind of like putting himself on the spotlight as a bit of a joker and not serious. I mean, he's info dominant, right? Or is he energy dominant?
Yeah, he's info.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
But
at least last.
yeah,
Because
true.
that's part of what he does, where he's because he's a businessman first and foremost, so he knows how to do it. And I mean, it's not like the people trying to implicate him make it, like people will say, oh, Trump is playing 4D chess, but it's like, no, he's playing normal chess while everybody else is who's trying to get him impeached is just playing checkers.
Ooh.
Like Trump isn't smart. It's everybody else
Yeah.
is just retarded. It's like
he hangs around people that have lower IQs than him.
Right here in the article, it says, not a lot of people know this, but I didn't even want to make the call. The only reason I made the call was because Rick asked me to. Something about an LNG, liquefied natural gas plant.
Yeah, so he said he'd even release the recordings of the call, I think. So he's
Yeah.
obviously doesn't care too much.
no,
Yeah.
it's not, it's that he
And it's
sort
Rick's
of
fault.
knows. It's that he knows that everybody
James.
that hates him is gonna jump on the bandwagon of, oh, this, like they're gonna go from point A to point Z in one step and be like, oh, that means we need to impeach him. And then he'll
Yeah,
wait a
yeah,
few
for sure.
days, let
Anything.
them make a bunch of noise, and then release in this situation, the call logs or the records or whatever,
Release the homes.
and it pretty much says, boo-hoo, nothing happened like that.
Yeah.
All right, good
Pray
summary.
for
You
the
guys
president.
want to add anything else? We'll move on to the next one.
Just pray for the
Next.
president, man.
Thank you.
Pray
Next.
for the president.
Thank you,
Okay.
next. Okay, what are you guys going to do if Trump wins 2020?
I don't think it's.
Same,
I don't know.
same thing we always do, Pinky.
I
Try
heard.
to take over the world.
Try to take over the
I
world.
heard that
Shout
Hillary
out to
is
our
trying
password.
I heard that Hillary is.
Bro, that's secure. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, shut up.
All right,
Now we're
next
gonna change
article. So this next one is an interesting one. It's also quite common for American news. It doesn't surprise me at all. 4 dead as 9
Yikes.
people shot in Kansas City bar in latest mass shooting in the US.
Big yikes.
Is this 4 people dead? Well, sorry, 4 dead as
4 dead. Yeah. 4 out
9
of
people
9.
shot. Is that
Yeah.
NINE people shot?
Yeah. And MEP. Is this the future?
I don't know. dude.
4 dead as well. Lol.
Shouldn't be
Dang,
laughing
dang.
about this.
Odds.
Shouldn't be laughing about this.
They-
So,
they-
okay.
Yo, this
found
is
us at
the
our meetup.
future. Like 4 of us are gonna be dead.
One of 4 people gunned down at a Kansas City bar was planning to get married next year. It's been revealed as police release an image of the suspected shooters. 2 pixelated Mexicans.
Oh man.
I mean, I don't want to be
Okay.
stereotypical, but
Delayed.
Police apparently got in a dispute with somebody inside the bar and then returned with handguns. So they left and came back and started blasting people.
40 people were inside of the
everyone.
venue.
Yo, that's savage. They didn't give a fuck about anyone. They were like, y'all are
Gunfire?
here as well. You can get it too.
Yeah.
Smoke. Oh, everyone's here. So
Okay. So
Oh,
look,
man,
is
that's
this a common occurrence? Like
terrible.
I feel like there's so many shootings in the US that like this is just standard news. This
yeah,
is-
it's so bad though, because it's like anywhere. Imagine you were in the bar, just like
Like this
Getting a
type
drink
of news is like just as common
peacefully.
as like traffic jams in Sydney.
Actually,
wait, what?
I did get shot at in
In
August.
Sydney? Oh yeah, you did, man.
Yeah.
How was that?
Sound very
So-
good.
The
'Cause we-
reason that these stories get a lot of coverage is because it gets a lot of views.
Oh shit.
Like I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson because we have to mention him again because he is the papa of all black people. God bless. He made a tweet one time, and just to sort of get the point across, and I'm like, "Ooh, that was some good blast." But he was talking about how more people die from car accidents, from diabetes, general health diseases, technological errors, and not a lot of people like actually die from gunshots, or from guns, but that it's more shocking to us when they die from guns. It's like if somebody like it's not news if it happens often.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly true.
But the fact that it happens often
about
is
shooting.
interesting.
It happens more often in America than it does in other countries, but that's just the way that the violence happens. Like in Europe, more in your area, Odin, but I think just Europe generally, they're a lot more strict with guns and stuff. So then they went to acid, then they banned the
knife crimes and stuff
components
as well.
of the acid. So then they started walking around with kitchen knives. Like the crime doesn't stop. It's just
it doesn't stop. It's just change. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
But guns are worse. Like if those two Mexicans had knives, only their targets would have got killed as opposed to like spraying.
But maybe they would have changed their tactics. Like if they only had knives, like going into a bar and just stabbing people is not as.
It's also
easy.
Stupid as well. Yeah,
it's stupid, but it's like not as it's. I guess it just depends what their mindset is at the time. Like what's their goal? What's their outcome?
Well, because if you have a knife, you're gonna have to get more personal, so you're more likely to sneak up on them. So the way you do it is gonna be different, but you're still gonna do it.
But if you're
gonna do it, but smaller casualty and like you'd have to have intention. I don't know. You'd have to have a problem with that person specifically. You know, you're not gonna mass knife people.
Do people think about like there are murders every day all around the world, but the only reason we care about it is because we hear about it. And like if it wasn't in front of us and we had no TV or technology to spread that news, then we would react very differently towards it if it did happen.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
America
true.
is also a very highly populated country, so there's a lot of people.
But that's one thing I think is good about having demon consume is because I don't like care to look into stuff like that, so I'm not really afraid of it. And then when it happens, I react very differently to it. You know, like I said, I got shot at. I'm not really shot at, but like there was a shooting 20 feet in front of me, and so I didn't react like I assume a lot of people would react because I kind of wanted to handle it instead of like just run away in fear because it was piled into me for so long that oh man, like
yeah.
Right.
No, I get you.
I love your shirt, by the way, Leon. Show us.
Yes, guys, this is the I Love It shirt. We make these. We will be selling them very soon. We'll put a link in the description. Y'all can have one. Check out the website. The website's still being built, which is why we haven't said nothing yet. But I decided to wear it because we got to get started.
Awesome.
Wait, so you FI like shootings?
No, man, we ain't talking about that.
Yikes.
It just means I don't need a reason to love something or like something. I value it. I have my reason, but I ain't going to tell you all the time. I don't need to.
Hell yeah.
My business. Tell them,
Yeah, so why?
Yeah, no why. No why.
No why. All right, I think we've established the shooting article.
Moving on.
All right, I've got one more for our audience and for our viewers and for us to talk about. This one is very interesting. Let's see what you guys think. Oh, where's my share button? There. And my sensor is getting out of control. Okay, share screen.
Dude, it's because you're wearing a beanie. You're blocking all the sensory reception.
Yeah, true. I should take it off. So this one, new patriotic Gatorade ad shows terrorists being waterboarded with Gatorade.
Good.
Yeah, apparently Gatorade got in a lot of trouble for this. They had an ad showing some terrorists getting waterboarded with actual Gatorade.
Yeah,
They
that
use
ain't
obviously they
that.
use blue, white, and red Gatorade. It's a very patriotic stance. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm not for that. I understand the premise, but like advertising like torture isn't
Yeah, that's a
good.
very controversial stance that Gatorade pulled right there.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's just a more of an adult version of saying the Pledge of Allegiance every day at school.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or
Because you
like
can
the
think of that as like an indoctrination, having to say I pledge allegiance to the
It's like
United
being
States every
forced.
single day.
It's like being forced
Right.
Yeah,
American.
Right.
Right. So this is
or it's also the adult version of the Skittles commercial where they're like banging each other and exploding rainbow colored Skittles.
Yes, and I actually have the same feeling about this ad as I do that one, in that they're both fucking awesome, and it's a shame that they were censored to hell and that the government wanted to control this information. Like look, man, terrorists.
the government.
Anybody needs to, yes, and you will agree once I explain. And if you don't get it, I will make you understand off call. I swear to God, this is a serious issue. No, look, I'm being serious, man.
Okay.
He's ready to kill you, bro.
Yeah.
He's about to turn you into some goat curry, but made of rainbow.
I actually wasn't listening. I was actually reading this article a bit more.
No, I'm waiting for this. Like,
Yeah.
So, apparently,
no, Asees is still
oh, sorry.
explaining the.
Sorry. Explain.
Right. So as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. No, look, man. We need to show the American public that we're not afraid of these terrorists that want to destroy our country, destroy our populace, our families, our constitution, what makes our country great. And Gatorade is doing an absolute domestic service by being part of this stance. It is being pro-American, and that's
That's
directly opposite to what a lot of companies are doing these days, where they're like just a few days ago, Blizzard, which is a video game company, they were holding a competitive video game competition, and the guy who got first place, he said when he was like being interviewed after he won that he supported the Hong Kong protests for democracy. And so then there was a lot of outrage from the Chinese government and companies and stuff, and so Blizzard was almost forced to I say almost because I don't know exactly, and I think that they could have and should have not done this, like, because again, censorship, but they did a lot of things, among which were not giving this dude his winnings, firing the two the speakers of the event that actually very blatantly disassociated themselves from his political opinions. And so the Blizzard has gotten a lot of flack, and I feel like that needs to happen a lot more to a lot more companies that are anti-American and anti-democracy. Communism will spread if you're not careful, like a disease, like it did in the 20th century, and it will kill hundreds of millions of people if we are not careful.
Yeah,
almost sounded like you said spread
play,
like a
man.
disease.
What do you guys remember? This is the second time that Gatorade have actually gotten in trouble for something. Last time they actually some press conference or something, they had Gatorade came under fire for a television ad that showed Osama bin Laden being brought back to life and then tortured after being given a Gatorade recovery shake. So they're
why?
very,
Wait, what?
yeah, that was also in this article. A few years prior to this event, they had another ad which was like a guy that was dressed as Osama bin Laden, being brought back to life after being given a Gatorade recovery shake.
Are you sure you're not making this up? Like,
No, dude, it's
No,
real.
he's not. He's not making this up, and I'll be the first one to tell you.
This
the
article
Israelis
is
have
real, dude.
Infiltrated the Israelis have infiltrated our government.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. They are at the top. They're in the background. They are strong arming our government into censorship, and Trump is trying to fight them.
Pray for Gatorade.
Pray for Gatorade.
Yes, praise Gatorade.
No. Pray for Gatorade.
Pray for Gatorade. Yeah, these guys,
That too.
they're very political. They're very controversial. I believe they're sending a message of hope to the American people.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like Odin laughing is actually extremely disrespectful to their intentions. And
He is
It's not
actually
American.
he's
He doesn't care.
disrespecting the sensory right now. We're looking at a
Exactly.
sensory article. There's
Yeah.
black
I
and
don't
white,
even.
black words on white background on the internet. It must be true.
I don't even know
On the
what's
internet.
real anymore.
I'm reading
Come on.
news.
Okay.
This is an
No,
ST
exactly,
report.
exactly.
It's factually
I'm-
accurate.
Yeah. No, look, man. Like, I know as a blasting is really hard. So if someone took their precious time and energy to write something like that, they check their facts and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We have to respect the facts more. And like, there's so many people out there that just don't respect these types of facts. Like Mr. Bobblehead here. Who the fuck is that?
Is that the merchandise?
Well,
Oh yeah, guys, that's the
We
that's
need
the
to all get
merchandise.
bobbleheads. Yeah, guys.
You get Leon bobbleheads.
There will be bobbleheads. They'll come in 4 different colors: black, less
Black.
black, a little bit less black, and then white. They'll all be bobbleheads of us, and they'll have different T-shirts indicating our personality types. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Does anybody have any last words to say?
If you feel strongly about this, about anything, buy the shirt and then vote. Vote for what you believe in. We need to support Gatorade in these actions. These are troubling times, and I wish you all the best.
check out the link in the description for the shirts. Thank you for supporting us. Check out our social medias, and we'll see you in the land of chaos next time.
These opinions may or may not be accurate. Just letting you know. Thanks everyone for watching. Where's the fucking stop button?